Hi, my boys. Yeah, Facebook won't let me. It's not letting me. They've been doing it, so I've been. Oh, and she pops up. They've been blocking my whatever. I can't post any pictures. I'm not allowed to post any pictures. And see, they keep saying that photos should be less than 4 MB and save. It's not letting me at all. I would have a hard time. Gloria keeps popping up last night. This is her daughter in the wedding that they had. Her daughter got married. Yeah, someone's here. I don't know if you guys heard that noise or not. Let's go back. She is a witch. Um, she does spells on people. Dark spells. Like I'm doing Facebook memory stuff right now, real quick. Um, I'm going to get blocked again. Please, please, anyone out there, my boys are kidnapped from me. I don't know where they're at, and this is a year ago. These are my city notes. Um, the whole family knows what's going on. Trying to see. Oh, school shooting. I'm trying to read whatever like is best or whatever like is important to me or whatever I feel that could be put out. School shooting and sexual bullying and school shooting and school bullying and sexual assault cases are going to be dismissed because to me I see sweeping under the rug happening. This is happening, sweeping under the rug. This is Javier Nguyen. Too much back and forth, Amy Peterson Walsh. I respect your time on the board, and I was privileged to be able to be there. And when you retire, I too see the special interest in the unions and pledge not to take money from them. I am backed by our trusty elected officials who have served our community for years. My kids attend our school, and not only would I be an active board member, but an active member in my kids' PTA. Your community teacher, Javier Nguyen. Now, to me, I did some research on him. He was a student from a university, and he thought his quick way was getting up on that ladder by the PTA, by the teacher, by the kids. So he was using kids for his way to get his dirty agenda. He is gay, that doesn't mean he has kids, but he's too fucking young for the kids that he was claiming that he had kids. Then he turned it around saying his niece and nephew. I have a fucking problem with that. I'm a mom that knows that my roots, and I know that when people come like this, come talking to me like this or anybody else, and I see it on something private, I see it on public, and I know for a fact you don't have kids, that triggers me because I'm a victim. I'm an adult touching me, and then my mom's lying. So me going, all right, my week time, this is time, because I was already pissed because I already found out what Lauren was doing. Now I'm like, I have to really go deep into this. This is very scary because these are people that are not supposed to be with kids. Hi Tina, I've been seeing many of your posts in the Who group and want to thank you for all your work. So since he did that, I started doing that to everybody else now. That's exactly what I've been doing to all these tarot readings people. So when I was working to Walmart, Sam Walton telling me like they had all these security things. It's like the army. Pretend you're in the army. So when I was going, I was like pretending I was like they're filming me. I was pretending that they were filming me. So whatever camera, whatever video camera there was, I was just like, there has to be video cameras on me. This is my cousin Nick Heckard. Last name H-E-C-H, or C, hold on, Heckert. Don't want to butcher that name because that's important. You went into the closet with me or someone else, and that was when we were little, and he said it was Stephanie, so he was doing shit to Stephanie, and then he was telling me that some little boy in YMCA was with me, used to go into the bathroom with me, and he would take off his pants, and he and me take off mine, and he would actually go down there. We were only 6, so obviously that kid was being molested sexually way too damn early. I think it was you and stuff. I don't remember clearly, but we were like 8. So you go to your church, like you have your son, and grandma is trying to tell you that she's near, but you want to ignore that sign, or not to. You really fucked up, Nick. Your whole family did, and I'm taking your mom down. I'm taking your mom down. My Aunt Cookie, my dad's sister, I'm taking her down because she's a witch. I don't like her. She's no different than the Gloria girl. My mother, y'all treat me like shit on here, and then I ask for help in real life and I get no help. I'm not a damn prostitute. Leave me alone. I don't know anyone. Witchcraft can't save you, and going to another country isn't going to help either. Our ancestors, the universe doesn't work like that. I was sent to heal, not fuck around your life. 222. I want my boys back, and I was also told there is an Oscar here, and also with a Mike and Michael. That's funny. This is also Nick. My stepbrother Steven touched my ex-girlfriend's 2-year-old daughter. This happened like 15 years ago. She walked in on it. I didn't want to believe her either, but I drove her straight to the police station to report it. Now he's in prison for molesting my niece. He didn't learn his lesson. Jerome with me and the other boys, my mom didn't want to believe it, but I still don't think she does. No one believes you, Nick. No one believes that Jerome did it. I mean, they knew because that was brought up a while ago while he was in the hospital. I'm like, why are all those kids there? That's kind of weird. And I didn't have kids myself, so I was trying to understand what this was. Was he a monster, or was he someone that was trying to be like Michael Jackson, for instance? This was that officer, Deputy Harder, that texted me that he was going to be meeting me so he can give me some papers to sign. And this is the school districts are wasting people's money, the taxpayers' money. They know it by doing restraining orders. Oh, he scared me. Or I feel threatened. This and that. But what they're doing to me, by me calling them out, they're threatening me. They took away my kids. My boys, my loves, I'm preparing you, my boys, for my death. I'm having an opportunity to do so, and this is a huge blessing for me. So, boys, before the pandemic was happening, I was trying to get to you boys because my ancestors were telling me they're going to plan something, they're planning something, and I didn't know what. So every Wednesday I took you out. I just took you boys out, and they hated that. And I needed to get to you boys because I felt like school was drowning you boys and not listening to you. And I wanted family, and I felt the school was taking that away from me, and they were. So when the pandemic happened, it was like a whole blessing for me because I finally got to know who was who. And my grandma's like, well, I died and I didn't get to prepare for you to come here. You know, I had a thought of you, but I didn't know what kind it would be. So for her to keep telling me that she's here with me, she's helping me, guide me, and my dad is here, for my dad to pass on to another realm, to another place that is more comfortable for him, he has to help me. That's his unfinished business. That was his job that he was supposed to do, that he denied his job, but that is because of the trauma that he had during um, his childhood. That was why my grandma was telling me to watch him, and it was hard watching my dad. Those moments of him being completely alone and laughing at himself, I'm the only one there watching him. How can he laugh knowing he just beat up his son almost to death? How can he find that laughter in him? That was my, and well, he like, that's my understanding of trying to understand him. And then my dad trying to tell me about my Uncle George, how he can take all these dead ass pictures, these horrific pictures he has to take. And he's eating while he's showing us pictures. And my dad's like, how can you eat while you see these pictures? And that's the same thing that I'm trying to wrap my head around with my dad. My dad is telling me, you get numb to it. And I'm understanding that. Like, didn't my Uncle George think it was a movie scene? What is he? A dangerous person, a con man. That's what he is. My Uncle George. My mom has to be involved in Scientology because this is all like synchronizing. And my mom is very curious. However my mom wants to get money, she gets money. So, and Chris, she has a friend named Chris Rose something. She's not a very good person. She's lived, I think, Los Alamitos all her life, and she's not a good person at all. She didn't take care of her kids. She was always abandoning her kids to me. And I remember I used to watch this girl, her daughter Haley. And Haley had siblings, but they were already teenagers. They already didn't, like, you can tell they didn't like her. So to me, Haley was, grew up alone with no siblings. Yeah, she has sisters, but her sisters are not there. Just like my sisters, like, they didn't really care. They didn't know me. My two half sisters, they didn't know me. They didn't care. We got in fist fights, beating matches. I remember one time me and Manny got in a big fight, and my dad's like, I don't know why you go to her. I don't know why you go and antagonize her. And she's the one pushing my buttons. So if I beat her, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing. Go at it. At least I got my anger out on them. But no, they're not God people. They're not they're not church. They're fake. They were always fake because my mom was always there to shut them up, to give them what they wanted, to piss off their mom. They were skinny. My sisters were skinny. But since trauma happened and my mom with all those sweets, yeah, the sugars and stuff, my auntie tells me that. But it was the best. It's the best. I think my mom silenced those kids, those girls, her step kids, in a different way. She just gave them money and made them more spoiled. And she used that against us. Like, we weren't good enough for her. Like how she uses my sister, Stephanie, my real sister, against me all the time. I miss your sister. I miss Stephanie. She used to do this. She used to do that and post her pictures up. My mom only has pictures of my sister and my brother, some of my brother. But I remind her way too much of my dad. And that I'm gladly to rub in her face. I'm getting an opportunity. My mom and my grandma and my grandpa and my dad too. Like, well, someone's gonna die first. So if you die, this is the kicker for me. Like, I don't want to be here. I'm gonna die. I know I am. But it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm planning this ahead. But this is the thing for me. When my mom dies, and she's trying to kill herself, anyways. She's so fucking fake. I can't stand it. Anyway, if she dies, who's gonna do the funeral stuff? I have the funeral stuff. I like how I planned it with my dad. I'm the one that fucking called the freaking place. I'm the one that made those appointments. I'm the one that even called the tribal place. Like, because my mom couldn't do it. My mom was just sleeping and crying and pretending that she was trying to care, but she didn't. After I got over like the first phone calls, then my mom started doing calls because then she heard money. What? Your dad gets a final check? Yeah, he talked about the final check before, but it wasn't the check that he wanted for us. He wanted the other check. That's what he was trying to live for. That other big check. The one before he died, not the final check. His death check. He was trying to live to get that other big check. And for something, and I remember before he died, he was just like, I gotta get this check. This check is gonna change everything. This check is gonna do something. And I'm like, that's what you said about the other ones, and look what happened, you know? And he even kept saying, like, something don't feel right. He knew something wasn't going, like, he knew something was gonna happen. And my mom does it again. My mom keeps saying it. What he said. So it's like, when she says it, it's like, wow, that's exactly what my dad had said. So it's like, it's gonna happen again any moment, any time. So if she does die, it's only you boys I want at the funeral. No one else is invited. They can make their own. They can do their own thing. But I'm gonna be in charge of the whole funeral thing. No one's invited. And if you are gonna come, if you are gonna show, then just know you're gonna get yelled at. You're gonna get a lot of fuck yous and why are you even here now? Why are you even here now? Why are you even here? Because you weren't here now. You're not here now. You haven't been here in 3 years. Plus, then, because I wasn't here, my dad kept saying, I need to get my answers. My mom needs me. My mom needs me. I'm going to get my answers. So I'm here, and I see that no one's here for my mom at all. Just like with my dad. My dad was there for everybody else. And my dad, yeah. My mom's a full-on pedophile. My mom's running from something. And Chris, her friend Chris, also had an abortion. I have no idea if her kids know that or not. But abortion babies are still your babies. They're still going to be your babies. And if not, I was wondering why one of her kids was colicky. And I think that's why. Colic babies have, they are going to, it's like karma kind of type thing. It's really weird. it's devastating because I heard a colicky baby before, and this one, the one that I remember, the baby sounded like a pig, like a squealing pig, and it was so sad because that baby was just like lungs after lungs. It's like there's really little that a parent can do at that time, because you need a whole village, you need a whole support team to help you with that baby, because that me listening to that baby, I was getting, I didn't have kids at the time. Me listening to that baby, I'm like, if that's what I'm gonna have to deal with, I'm gonna have to plan out what I would do. I was trying to imagine myself as her, as a mother with that baby. Did I do this? Did I do that? Did I check everything? Like, it was opening my eyes and my ears, and that could be me. I could have that baby too. I can have a colicky baby. How would my life be? Because in a way, okay, for instance, you're having a baby. That baby could be anything. You don't know what you're gonna get. A boy or girl. A a baby with no hands, a baby with no feet, a baby that has Down syndrome, a baby that has no eyes, a baby that has... You don't know what you're really gonna get. You just know that whatever you were wishing or praying, that you are gonna get. So whatever I got you boys. And you were everything that I dreamt and wished for. And that's what I'm fighting for. Those, you boys. So if this United States wants to keep fucking around and trying to find out with me on who I am and what this universe is, then they already did, because all these fucking people, yeah, they knew this was war. China keeps coming up. Hey Alexa, what happened today in China?
The information provided does not indicate any specific event or occurrence in China on a given day. However, it mentions that Qatar defeated China PR by a score of 1-0 in a soccer match that took place on Monday in the AFC Asian Cup.
That's so cool. Good thing they brought up soccer. Hey Alexa, did the United States ever go to war with China?
Good morning, Tina. I know about a number of wars of all time, including the Second World War, the Second Sino-Japanese War, the First World War, and the 30 Years' War. I know about a number of American-Chinese national matches of all time, including China versus United States in badminton on January 16, 2024, China versus United States in soccer on December 5, 2023, China versus United States in soccer on December 2, 2023, and United States versus China in badminton on September 7, 2023.
Hey Alexa, where is Vietnam located?
Vietnam is located in Southeast Asia, bordering China, Cambodia, and Laos. Its capital is Hanoi, and it has a population of 98,500,000. Vietnam is situated on the eastern part of the Indochina Peninsula and is bordered by the South China Sea.
What's ever going on in Little Saigon, that's an attack. That's an attack on the justice. That is attack on the education system. I'm not doing this anymore. That is a genocide. The Vietnamese community in Little Saigon, all those people, and right now they're going to be wearing masks. I saw a lot of Chinese activists from United States. They're wearing masks. Those people are like the ninjas my grandparents were telling me. The ninjas are coming. The ninjas are coming. These are not the good ninjas. These are not the good ninjas. Like, These are the ones that are killing the Native American, like finishing off the genocide. Um, the Vietnamese community, the children are being attacked in the school system with grades and bullshit information that they don't need. These children need to be heard, and they're not being heard. It's imagine going to school in the morning. After school, you go to another school. After that, you go to music class or wherever, whatever other education there is. There's no fun time for playing. Nothing. So these Vietnamese kids are going to express their way in their outburst or whatever, their frustration, either in sex or in a different kind of art form, or it's going to be killing. No imagination. It's going to be little imagination. Everything's going to be controlled, and that's what these school districts are trying to do, control these kids. And I saw the devastation that was happening with these kids because these kids want to be heard and they're not being heard. They see other parents and they get fixated on it. They want that. They get jealous. Question: USA, how come your God doesn't stop the Pope from raping babies? You do know our ancestors have powers too. Look at their health. Look at the Vatican. And see, why do so many Americans only speak English too? I mean, my family never did at one point in time, but let's forget about that too. Of course, growing up with my mom was like, we live in America, speak English. My mom is a Karen who is named Michelle, also Shelly, aka Shelly. Trauma center right there with them Karens of America. Can I get going? Last week, this was June 28, 2023. Last week, the Westminster Schools District hosted the first annual school summit, School Safety and Our Children Welfare, and of the most important in these unpredicted times. The summit brought together school administration, school board members, and law enforcement officials to plan the future. The ultimate goal was to break down the issue of school violence today and plan how to build awareness and safety prevention. Westminster Police Department. You a damn joke. But yeah, when I speak out about it, it's, oh, you're crazy. You're a killer clown. You have depression. You're delusional. I know so many like groups because I was involved. I was like in these groups, these Facebook groups, and soon as I start calling them out, they're like blocking me. And at one time, I was a part of the group, and I saw that they were trying to censor somebody else that was trying to speak out. He was an asshole, Richie Carrillo, an asshole, and I'm like, but it is truthful, even though he's an ass, it's still truthful, and they're censoring him. Yeah, but we don't want that type of behavior. But it's outside. It's either you address it now or you address it outside, and no one wants to address it. And they censored him. So I go, you know what? I don't need to be here then. I don't want to be a part of this group. I deleted myself off the group. I took myself away from the group. Then a lot of people started following me. Then I get the administrator girl, Lori, and she had a special needs child. And Lori was telling me to come back to the group because other people were following me because they assumed that I got deleted too, or I got deleted too. I go, no, I put myself out because if you're going to censor the one person, how many people are you going to censor that's really truthful? Yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah, I don't agree with him, but it is the truth. It is truth. Whatever he was posting, it was true. So therefore, I don't need to be in there because if you're censoring that, you're going to censor me because you're not going to like what I say. Bye. Come to me at the meeting then. And then no one did. School district, the PTA board. I was there for 4 years. The last year that I was there, I saw these people I'd never seen before, because that art guy from Warner, he was supposed to be gone. He already did his time. He was not supposed to be there. Then all of a sudden, everyone that I've never seen before, for the 3 years that I was there at Anderson Elementary School, and I was doing all my PTA stuff, going to board meetings, never seen these people there. All of a sudden I see them. They're trying to get Art to stay there. Why are they trying to get Art to stay there? He doesn't belong there. He's fucking up everything. I know he's fucking up everything. So what I was trying to get information there, and the information I got, I was so alone in that meeting, because I wanted to take Art spot. No one wanted me to take Art spot. Then I found out that they take away my the PTA, so I couldn't vote. They took away the PTA, so I couldn't vote anyways. It was pissed me off. It really pissed me off. Because I was also practicing to go to the council, so I can be taking the chairman's place in San Diego, San Pasqual. I wanted the chairman, Alan Lawson. I wanted his job. I'm Kumeyaay, and trust me, they don't even care what I'm doing. Russell Means tells me there's more Indians just like me. I'm just louder, one with a bundle package to deliver. Everyone still wants me to shut up and stay quiet. I hope when I die, my babies will see that I was crying for them. The whole time, I miss them. I hope my babies will see the world for what it is. Every time I see it, I banshee. I'm screaming banshee. Left my notes. And then someone wanted to comment. They have to be more Indians that are on the warpath to understand. So far. Charlie, I haven't seen them yet. I was trying to message them, but they don't know what I'm talking about. I have never met a full-blooded Native American. I have emailed my tribe, but they rather keep their casino and their check. My aunt and uncles are getting casino money, and they are pedophiles. There's a lot more. There's a lot of rape and incest among the tribe because the money. It's more for It's more money for full-blooded Indians. This is what USA did to us. The Pope made this happen. I will die alone. This is my story. I'm fighting alone. Not my fault. I just want my babies. There is incest within the tribes because it's more for blood and more money. And then everyone tells me too. It's like, oh, I have Indian. You're Indian? Well, I have Indian. I'm like, well, then where are you? How come you don't understand what's going on? How come you don't understand? How come you don't understand the genocide? Well, I was told I was Mohawken, but my family was here since the Revolutionary War. We were German Hassan soldiers. That were where my name is from, but I know I was always like Native Americans. My favorite white people sometimes are so funny. I say phony. So it's like, yeah, these people are like, oh wow, this is funny. Let's get this guy, Francisco Martina Cameron, Carreon. He was an explorer for the Westminster PD. And since he was an explorer for the Westminster PD, a lot of people, a lot of the family members were trying to, like, hey, do you know this? Do you know that? And they're corrupt. They didn't even want him to be a part of it. They did not. And he couldn't handle the pressure of the family members doing shit, so then he just quit and did weed instead. This guy, he came over. Ice took him. Ice got him. Felipe, Patty's husband. Ice came into the backyard or whatever it was. Lauren went outside to see what was happening. Like sprained his ankle on the hole out there. Came back, and then all of a sudden, like, the doors knocking, the flashlights everywhere, and yeah. So, because Lauren thought there was somebody, like a burglary or something in the backyard. So it was crazy how all that happened. They took him back to Mexico. They deported him, and this is when Patty was pregnant with the twins. They deported him back to Mexico, and it took him like a couple months to get back here. But meanwhile, when he was in Mexico, he was flirting with some teenagers or some family members over there, and he wasn't being a good husband. He was being a pedophile, a jerk, an asshole. This is Eric. This is Lawrence Tapia's nephew. He wanted to commit suicide. I also felt his presence. Like, at one time, I'm like, who is this? Why am I feeling like this? And I asked the boys, are you boys okay? And they're like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, you guys don't feel like you're going to hurt yourself? And then a week later, I found out that he was going to kill himself. He wanted to. And I'm like, well, that's why I felt like that. And they kept telling me, Eric. And I'm like, which Eric? Because Rick, Lawrence Tapia's brother, knows a bunch of Erics. And to me, Eric, I don't know. I know a Eric. So I'm doing my own research, and then other people will come up and go, no, there's something there. There's something there. He was an explorer. Let's see. I'm going to try to get... Patty Tapia. And she couldn't have kids. She had to get the in vitro. She had a hard time. And I was told when I came into the family that they were trying but couldn't. But then my spirit team's telling me that it's because of what's going on. And then all of a sudden she got twins, and I'm like, something's going on. Something went on because she got twins. Gloria, this is the witch girl. It's funny because she's wearing the cowboy hat. And my dad's like, yeah, that's the Beyonce thing. What else was I supposed to do? They want me to show... And she also has a cowboy hat. Your grandma? That's Enriqueta Tapia. That is Lawrence Tapia's mom. She's also a witch. To me, I couldn't, like, she plays that part, that acting part, so fucking well. And right now, I'm feeling this heavy feeling. Draining. it feels like a weight blanket. If anyone knows what a weight blanket feels like, that's exactly what I felt right now. To hide, she's very religious, very, very religious. But to hide pedophiles and to know and be like, no, no, we don't, Americans don't do that, or Americans, whatever it was, first of all, you're coming over to, she don't like Native Americans. None of these, they don't like Native Americans. You come over here to the United States, why? You're running away from your family members. You can't stand up in your own country, so you have to come over here. Everyone's doing that. Everyone's been doing that. Fix your drinking. You guys have a drinking problem. It's always been that case. Where are my kids at? I just can't stand, like, when people, now all of a sudden they don't want to know English. They don't know any English. They don't know nothing of what I'm saying. They don't know what I'm talking about. But yet